Hello and welcome back to another video, and today, you know what's going on. We're doing episode 4 of New Zealand. Hopefully you enjoyed the previous episode, episode 3 obviously. And if you love it, you dickhead. Flipping desk. So, at the end of last episode, I was kind of bigging up this one a lot, okay? Because it gets weirder. Much weirder. And this one is just, it's just weird what happened. So, I think where we were, okay, was, I was rocking in a hammock, wasn't I? Yes, I was in a hammock, right, okay. So, we were in Kaitaia, okay, and from there, okay, we hitchhiked up to Mangamuka, I believe. See, this is testing on my brain every single week to try and figure out, like, remember. But then, like, each week is like a week, like, less to have to remember, and then because it's getting closer, so that makes sense? Smart. Yes, so we're in Kaitaia, we're trying to get to Mangamuka. Actually, we were trying to get to Kawa, okay, because these are all probably just weird words, okay, that are jumping around all over the place. But Kawa, okay, I think there was glowworms there, that's what we wanted to go see, so we're trying to aim there, and we're trying to, and then, like, Mangamuka was in the process, and we heard that there was a free camp there, so we were going to go there, you know? And if you don't know what a free camp is, it's a place where you camp for free. Self-explanatory. So that was our aim, to get to Mangamuka, and what we did was hitchhiked. We got picked up by these two lovely girls. I believe they were Dutch, with a bed in the back, and yeah, you know, that was alright, wasn't it? Literally, we had to lie in the back, draw the curtains because there was no seatbelts. We just had to, like, lie down so the police didn't see us. Hopefully they don't watch this video. I don't think the New Zealand police are going to come for me. Yes, so we got a lift from there to Mangamuka, and they dropped us off pretty much on this hill, okay? There'll maybe be some pictures on the screen of, you know, us on this hill. So we kind of are walking up the windy roads and stuff. There's massive lorries, like, jotting past and all, just going stir crazy, scaring the hell out of us. And so it starts chucking it down with rain, as you do, and we're trying to find this free camp, trying to find it. We thought we found it, but we really didn't. And pretty much, this is what happened.
Hello. Last vlog was probably in Kaitaia. We were in the hostel thing. Some stuff's happened today, let's just say that. Basically, we set off on the No.1 highway, and these two nice girls, they had this, basically a van with a bed in the back, and we were like, alright. But then they took us to, like, the summit of Mangamuka, and we thought that the freedom camp was around there. Yeah, it wasn't. And basically we walked for a few hours and tried to hitchhike, got nothing. Then we thought we found it, basically went down it, and now and then we were walking about. We found, like, we thought it was the campsite. There's just a couple of caravans every. They were like, okay, what's going on? And eventually this woman came out. She was like, did the butterfly bring you down or something? We're like, what? And then she was just, like, saying some stuff. What are you doing? Is there a bird? Alright. We were like, sorry? And then she was like, oh, you know, come under the shelter thing. So I was talking to her, and she's like, oh no, this is, you're somewhere else. Like, this is a woofing place, which is like the working, staying accommodation, blah blah blah. And we were like, oh my god, that sounds perfect. But obviously they're like, you have to have a visa and all that, blah blah blah. But they didn't really offer us that. She was like, you know, a cup of tea and all that. She's got two, they're from Hawaii. She had hairy armpits.
Yep.
No bra.
Just like
The husband looked a bit wild, and then the kids were, like, just running about screaming, dogs barking at us, and we thought, okay, this is a bit weird. Then I saw a lot of vegetables, and then basically they were sat about, like, kind of just eating bread or something, and turns out they're vegan, very vegan, and what they do is it's like a vegan woofing place. So basically, these other weird people turned up floating in. Like, one of them, like, touched Joe a little bit. Like, it was like, he was like, oh, you're so sunburned and all this. And it's like, you need to get some, like, moisture on it. And I was like, and he was proper, like, touching it. I was like, is Joe alright? And
you need saving.
yeah. And then we were like, so the thing, the actual freedom camp is like a kilometre down the road. So we're like, okay, fair play, you camp there. But then like the guy was just like, oh, they'll be flooded, you know, because it's been raining like hell.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh damn. And he was like, but you can stay in the birdhouse. And basically they've escorted us here.
Sort of like
It's basically like a big shed, and we're actually just like drying off.
shed in it because it's got like a tow bar out there, so it's like one of those mobile things.
Yeah, it's like a mobile shed thing, and drying our clothes off. And yeah, so we're staying in here tonight, and they've offered us food as well in about an hour or so, and it's vegan. He's vegetarian. I'm very meat. So this is going to be interesting.
Okay, so as you saw in that clip, things got weird, okay? We stayed in this like little half caravan thing. There'll be a picture on the screen, and the people were weird, okay? Not just weird, because like when I did that little vlog bit, okay, that was before we went to dinner. That's where it got really weird, okay? So picture this, there's me and Joe sat at this table. There's about 5 or 6 others, okay? They're all vegans, they're all very floaty. Nothing against vegans or anything, I'm not saying like you're a different race or anything, like, no. They were just strange people anyway. Them being vegan has nothing to do with it really. That was just more like, I don't do vegan, I like my meat, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, they were just weird, okay? This old lady kind of came round to the table. Like, I'm sat down, Joe's next to me, she just kind of floats towards us, like introducing herself, and it's very floaty, everything's just very like slow motion. I thought, okay, is she gonna go in for a handshake? And then it looked like she's going for a hug. She kind of lowers herself, and we kind of half hug, and then she sucks on my neck. I think I actually got to third base with a 6-year-old. I'm not saying she like made out with my neck. She literally did this just weird, big, wet kiss on my neck. Why? 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 Obviously it took me aback, and you just kind of accept it. You're in someone else's house, you just kind of play by what goes on, you know? And then I saw her floating towards Joe, and I thought, okay, at least Joe is getting a kiss right now. At least I feel better that he's getting attacked as well. And we both just looked at each other and we're just like, this is weird. This is bloody weird. We had courgette soup in a cup, but on the table was just like barely anything. Like, there was just rabbit food. I was like, what is this? And then at least they had rice. I was like, thank God, at least they've got rice, I can eat something. It was a weird time. We went back to our cabin thing, and as you can see, like in the clip, there was my hat and my clothes were hanging up and stuff, because we're trying to dry it off because it was super freaking raining. Like, New Zealand, you rain. You bloody rain. Like, yeah, I'd say about as much as the UK, to be honest. But when it rains, it bloody rains. We were soaked completely, and I was actually drying my clothes with this little candle, like the small little circular candles. We literally had like 2 of them, and I was just like trying to dry my clothes over them. That's how pathetic we were. We chilled, I think we stayed in there for like one night and had a beer, because I think we had some left over from Kaitaia. The next morning, I believe it was next morning, or even no, when we got there to the thing, there was a spider, okay, in one of the sheets, and it was bloody scary. This thing was black, scary, and we heard that there are, like, I think there's like one dangerous venomous spider out there and stuff like that. So obviously you're gonna jump to, that's the killer spider. But like, we killed it. Like, Joe does not do spiders at all, and we're in this little trailer thing. I've never seen him move so fast. Like, he literally just, he's out the door, and I got one of our walking stick things. I put a bit of tissue on the end, and I'm trying to like jab this spider, and it just wouldn't die. And like, eventually I killed it. We took a picture of it. I may have the picture on screen. That will be relevant later on in the series. Okay, because we did come face to face with, well, I came very, very bloody close to the actual dangerous spider that we thought it was that, but we're pretty sure it was the spider that we had like in our bed sheets. But I did in fact come very close to getting bitten or whatever by this spider, so look forward to that. Right, and then so after we left the weird people, I think we left the next day. We were like, let's get the hell out of here, okay? I don't even know if we said goodbye. We just went. I was like, Joe, I'm going. I don't know about you, but I'm going. These are just weird people. So we hiked back up the hill. I think it's about 400 meters above sea level or whatever. We went back to the summit, and from there we hitchhiked, okay? As I'll be saying in the next clip, but just like another little thing is that the person that picked us, the guy that picked us up. No, just watch the clip. Watch the clip.
So we're back in Kaitaia, and we're back at KFC. So basically, we had dinner with the vegans. Yeah, that was interesting. It was obviously Joe's like favourite food in the world. Nice. And then basically this morning we hiked back up to the peak, which is like 400 meters above sea level, and then so Joe's going.
No, I just woke up wheezing.
He did. He woke up. Was like, oh yeah, they offered us a little like trailer or something, and we were in it. I filmed in it. Yeah, and then basically we were at the peak and we were just trying to hitchhike from there to go like further down, Mangamuka or whatever, or Kawakawa, that's where we were trying to get to, but we just couldn't get there, like, and eventually someone pulled up with this minivan and he was just like, alright, do you want to go Kaitaia? And we were like, fine.
And just giving out.
Yeah, and then so we got to Kaitaia, it's like, where do you want to go? I was like, KFC. So it's this third day in the row having KFC. And we basically now, he's going to come back about 3 o'clock, and it's what, 12, something like that?
Yeah.
So we got to wait around. He's going to come back just up there somewhere, and he's going to take us hopefully to Kaitaia for free. So lovely. And we're going to go in the kayaks, and I can do my GoPro. That'd be so cool.
So basically, the guy that picked us up and he dropped us off in Kaitaia just said, alright guys, I'm going to be a couple of hours, then I'll shoot you over to Kaitaia. So Kaitaia to Kaitaia it's pretty far, okay, and Kaitaia, amazing, stunning, Bay of Islands, as you'll see in next week's episode, what we got up to there, and a lot more crazy stuff happened, but the thing that was really cool about this guy, he's a multi-millionaire. Okay, now that's a bit bleak, but this guy, okay, apparently I think like co-owns or co-founds the biggest bus company in New Zealand, Intercity, okay? I've forgotten his name. But he was such a cool guy. We were talking for so long because the drive was like an hour and a half or something, or it was freaking long, that drive actually, yeah? Maybe 2 hours, I'm not sure. We were talking for so long and all this, and he was telling us about how he earns like 50 mil a year, and then he was saying, I would have you guys come and stay at mine, but I've got some people there at the moment, in his 3-story house. Oh, I'm allergic to rich people. And he was like, oh yeah, you guys, you'd probably have like, you know, steaks the size of your head, and I'd probably let you take one of the cars I got. Why? Why say this? Why say things like this to us? Us, we're so low. Literally, we're low on money, and we're eating like freaking rice and beans every day. It's like, come on, just throw us a bone, throw us a bone. And like, I wasn't trying to get any like money out of him, but you know, when you meet someone that rich, you know, I was kind of, you know, playing a little bit of a little violin about how we're like running low on money or whatever. We get out of the car and all this and thank him all that. He didn't give us anything, which is still fine, I don't mind, but you know, it's like, if you had that much money, wouldn't you just kind of slip us a tenner? You know, just slip us a tenner. 50 mil a year, can't you? Can spend a tenner for a couple of travellers, you know? That'd be so nice. But anyway, he drove us so far, and it was great. Got to Kaitaia. We were trying to find a campsite and all this, and yeah, this is where stuff, like the next episode kind of starts, okay? So, I'm going to wrap it up here, because it gets very interesting from now on, okay? So, yes, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, feel free to leave a comment down below what you think of the series. And, yes, I hope this all still makes sense, the way I am presenting it. Let me know if you're enjoying this type of presentation. And yes, I will see you in the next one. See you later.